Hi, and welcome to Watch Playoff Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. First of all, I'll get to one thing right away. If you are looking for the live stream of the game, I recommend going over to Steve Dangle's Sportsnet YouTube channel, where he is actually live streaming the game while he is talking about the game. Me, I'm not live streaming the game, and I won't be. I'm just here to talk hockey while the game is going on. I thought we'd be finishing up the Carolina Rangers game, but Carolina just scored, so that game is tied at 1. So basically, what do we have? We have Edmonton, Calgary, Battle of Alberta. This is going to be an awesome series, I have to tell you, and I'm very excited about what's going to happen here. But I also know, because I am just an amateur with no license to a feed or anything of the game, and other people are professionals who do have that many people will be tuning over there. I even recommend going if you don't have it. But if you do have an ability to watch the game and you want to have someone talk hockey with you, then drop in. I'm your guy. Okay, so we are now in the second round. I'll just quickly go over the games and my thoughts from last night. So game 1, Tampa Bay, Florida. Florida, well, actually, I was going to say they were flat, but it was a pretty even 5-on-5 game. The big difference was Tampa Bay on the power play. Florida took too many penalties, and Tampa Bay capitalized. They scored 3 power play goals and ended up winning that game 4-1. The second game last night was St. Louis, Colorado. Where are they going to show the game? ESPN. I'm going to have to change the channel here because this game's going to overtime. They're going to switch the channel on me. Let's see. No, I guess not yet. Well, they're going to tell me which channel it's going to be on eventually because it's not going to be on this one because Carolina and New York are going to overtime. But anyway, getting back to last night, St. Louis, Colorado. Wow. I mean, I watched that game. Man, Colorado is good. That's all I could say. They controlled large swaths of that game. Like, just absolutely controlled it. Now, it was close, and that was only because of Bennington, but eventually Colorado did. St. Louis scored first. Colorado, I think it was Colorado tied it. Then Colorado took a 2-1 lead. St. Louis tied it. And then eventually Colorado finally got that third goal and finished the game. But I mean, they outshot them 2-1. And I mean, I think about the thing about Colorado is they weren't that sharp after the huge layoff. And it's funny because they outshot them 2-1, right? I mean, when I say they weren't sharp, their shooting wasn't sharp. They basically missed 1 out of every 2 shots. They had about 90 shot attempts in that game. Really just controlled the game from start to finish, even though the score makes it look close. Now, once Colorado starts getting better at shooting after the long layoff, I think St. Louis is going to be in trouble if they can't bring a better game than they did the first game. Anyway, that was last night. Tonight, New York Rangers and Carolina are going into overtime. So I'm going to have to find another feed. And we have this game, Edmonton and Calgary. And that's going to be the good one. That's the one I've been looking forward to. I was hoping, praying we'd get that game. So let's look at the odds. The money line, Edmonton is plus 145, Calgary is minus 165. Kind of makes sense. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's mention the records of the two teams before in the regular season. Calgary had a 50 wins, 21 losses, and 11 overtime shootout losses, 111 points. Edmonton, 49 wins, 27 losses, 6 overtime shootout losses for 104 points. So 7 points separating them. Pretty close. During the regular season, Calgary won twice, 9-5 and 3-1 in Calgary. And then Edmonton won twice in Edmonton, 5-3 and 5-2. You notice only one game was under 6.5 goals. That was the 3-1 win by Calgary. The rest were over. 14 goals in one game, 8 goals and 7 goals. And I say that because the next thing I was looking at was the over-under, 6.5. The over is even, the under is minus 120. I know it might be tighter in the playoffs, but it seems like these two teams, when they get together, they score goals. Might be looking at the over there. Puck line, not really that interesting. Edmonton plus 1.5 is minus 165. Calgary minus 1.5 is plus 145. And I also wrote down the odds for each team to win the cup. Calgary is plus 600. Edmonton's plus 1,300. Because now it gets kind of interesting when there's only 8 teams left. You might want to put down a bet if you think your team's going to go all the way. Last 2 teams left in the playoff for Canada. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see. Let me bring it down a little bit. I have to duck a little bit. Got my Calgary one over there, Oilers here. Personally, don't really have, not really sure who to cheer for in this game or in the series. I'm just looking forward to a really good series. I hope it goes the distance. Hope we have Game 7 overtime. We'd had one for Calgary last. All right, so countdown to puck drop. It's going to be on ESPN2. So guess what? We're going to ESPN2. We still got 13 minutes before puck drop, though. So where's ESPN2? They have it starting already? Okay, they haven't started it. I'll just keep it back here until they do. All right. Oh, another thing of interest tonight. As far as I know, I don't know if they've changed anything. I think both teams are going to go with 11 forwards and 7D. Edmonton, I would imagine, is going to rotate their 3 centers over the 4 lines. Probably the same thing with the Flames. It's interesting that both teams are going 11 and 7. I guess figuring that it's the defensemen are going to be pretty into the play, getting checked a lot in the zone. They're going to have to use up a lot of energy. Maybe that's why they're going with 7D each. So it's just seeing if what else, if there was anything. Okay, also, yes, I have the poll up. We have the first poll is just going to be who's going to win the series. Just want to see people's thoughts, assuming anyone ever tunes in. I've had a couple of people peek in. Maybe they peeked in, read what I wrote there. I wrote it up on the chat if you don't see it. Basically saying that you want to see the game, go to Steve Dangle's Sportsnet YouTube channel. He has the game. I'll just be watching the game and talking hockey. The New York Carolina game. New York came out, dominated pretty good in the first period. Got the goal. Carolina looked flat, I have to admit. Then ever since then, Carolina's been coming on. Third period was really dominated by Carolina. Capo Caco with a chance, though, for New York to go up 2-0 in the third period. Carolina hit about 3 posts before finally tying it with about 2 minutes left. But they were all over. I should see what was the shot differential in that game, in the third period in particular, because I'm pretty sure it was a lot. Shots on goal per period. Yeah, 10-4. I mean, but I think just besides that one chance that the Rangers had, they didn't really have a whole lot of chances. They just kind of tried to play defense, and eventually it came back to bite them. So they'll be heading to overtime while we start our game here. Let's see, have they? They still have not put up the game yet. I will be waiting when they switch over to showing the game. Actually, you know what? I'll put it over there because it sounds like they're going to switch over at some point. So I'll just keep it here, even though they're showing UFC right now. Nothing wrong with that if you're a fan of it, but I'm not really. So, I mean, this is they split the regular season games, and if anyone has ever watched them play in the regular season, they really have a hate for each other. I'll give you an example. Kachuk during those 4 games, I think had like 68 penalty minutes. So, yeah, they don't like each other. But I think that kind of rough stuff they'll probably hold off on. But you never know if tempers get high. You could see a lot of scrums, a lot of roughing minors, coincidental, maybe even the odd fight or two. Maybe we'll get a fight. These are 2 teams that they haven't met in the playoffs since, when was the last time they met? It's been a while. But in the regular season, they have had a hate on for each other. Oh, looking at special teams, because that's going to be important. So for the Oilers, in the regular season, they have a power play percentage of 26% and a penalty kill of 79.4%. Wow. Calgary had a power play of 22.9% and a penalty kill of 83.2. So Calgary slightly better on the penalty kill. Edmonton slightly better on the power play. Now during the first round, big difference. But that may be because Calgary was playing Dallas. And Dallas played a strategy to really contain Calgary's offense. So their power play percentage, Calgary's, was 8.3% in the first round, but their penalty kill was 91.7%. Edmonton, on the other hand, was 36.8% deadly on the power play. Deadly. And their penalty kill was very good at 87.5%. So, I mean, Calgary, again, slightly better on the penalty kill, but on the power play, Edmonton was much different. But I think it's going to be interesting because you can basically take those stats and throw them out the window. They were different teams they were playing, much different teams in the first round. So it'll be interesting. Calgary's very stingy on the penalty kill, but Edmonton's very good on the power play. So it's strength versus strength. It'll be interesting. We should be about, it's probably 9:50 puck drop. So we're 9:43 now. So probably about 7 minutes. Nice. And they did say ESPN too. So I'm hoping it comes on here. Otherwise, I'm kind of screwed. All right. So the lines I saw, this was a few hours ago, looked like Draisaitl, McDavid, Yamamoto. This is for the Oilers. Archibald, Nugent Hopkins, Ryan. Puljujarvi, McLeod, Cassian. And then Kane and Hyman. And what they're going to do is they're going to rotate those 3 centers over those 4 lines. So you're going to see a lot of mixing matching. For D's, Nurse and CC, Keith and Bouchard, Kulak and Barry, and the odd one is Russell. Also, Draisaitl didn't skate after the series ended. Not when did the series end for Saturday? So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or I think it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. He didn't skate. So he's obviously dealing with something. Do think he's going to play, but that's something to keep an eye on. For the Flames, we have Goudreau, Lindholm, Kachuk, Mangiapane, Backlund, Toffoli, Dubé, Yarncroke, Coleman, and then Lucic and Lewis. That was from a few hours ago. Things can change too. So, and then we have on D, Hannafin, Anderson, Killington, Tanev. I knew I was going to screw that one up. Killington. I have to keep reminding myself. Zadorov, Gudbranson, and Stone. And in goalie for Oilers is Smith, and for Flames is Markstrom. Oh, man. You're making me wait a long time for the game. We got 5 more minutes. So basically, I've been debating about this. I want to do the goal horn, right, for a team. But I don't really have any preference of teams. I was thinking maybe I do the goal horn for one team. Or do I do the goal horn for both teams? Or maybe for the home team? I think in this case, you know what? It's good to hear it more and more. We're going to do the goal horn for both teams. I've made my decision. Both teams will get a goal horn when they score a goal. The winner will get it at the end of the game. I don't have any preference. I have a preference of mayhem. Ah, yes, here we go. They're starting. And you know what they're going to do is when overtime ends on the other channel, they're going to switch it right back. So it's a good thing I have last on my remote control. I'll be able to go right back. Oh, they're showing some of the bloody highlights. The coach grabbing the dog's tongue. That's classic. This is going to be fun. Here we are, Scotiabank Saddledome. They're starting. They're either starting or ending the national anthem. There's only one because it's only one country. I don't know if they started the anthem or if they're just finishing. No, it looks like they're starting. It's going to be. Oh, one thing I should mention about the last round. Kind of got away from why I wanted to do this. My thought was that that people would have the game. They would be watching it, then they could hear me talking about it, maybe chat, have some input, talk about plays in the game and stuff like that. What ended up happening was I kind of switched from just commenting about the game, about things that were happening, and started doing more play-by-play. I really don't want to do play-by-play. I mean, if you want play-by-play and you don't have the feed, but I mean, now you can go to Steve Dangle's channel. But I was thinking last series, if you don't have the feed and you wanted to hear the play-by-play, it's a much better source for that. It's the NHL app, where you download the app, and then in the upper right-hand corner, there's a pair of earphones like this. You click on that, and you can get the audio broadcast for any game. So I want to get away from play-by-play. It's kind of pointless, really. I want to talk about good plays, exciting things off the posts, good passing plays, tic-tac-toes, good defensive plays, talking about the people who are playing well. So I'm going to try and get more back to that, more back to the reason I was trying to get into this. That's to talk hockey, not to, when I sit with my friends, I don't sit there and do a play-by-play for them. The announcer's doing that. So I just want to talk hockey crap. I almost said the other word, but I didn't. So that's good. Oh, we do have a vote. Somebody picked the Edmonton Oilers. Personally, I really don't know. I don't. I think it's 50-50. I think both teams went to 7 games the last round. Taken to the limit. Edmonton had a couple of really good games. Calgary, every game was close. Dallas really kept it tight for them. So it's going to be interesting with a much different team Calgary's facing here in Edmonton, how this goes. I do expect, I kind of have a feeling this is not going to be tight. I think it's going to be a little bit more wide open. I think you're going to see some goals. Yeah. The announcer was just mentioning Jake Ottinger's performance in that series. Oh my God, what a game 7 he had. Oh my God. I have to say it again. The saves he made in that game, just great chances, and he just stoned Calgary. And it was almost like, I mean, it was almost like it was going to eventually happen, but oh my God, because the Calgary was all over them in the third period and overtime. And you were just thinking that maybe like Dallas will find a way to knock that puck in and move on. But no, Calgary just kept coming and coming and coming. Finally, they got the goal. Here comes Calgary. Oh, wow. Well, okay. I said I was going to do it. So who was that? Who's 28? Lindholm. Lindholm takes a shot from well out, and Smith looks like he just blew it. I don't know if he was screened or not. That was interesting. Oh, gotta turn it up. Calgary up 1-0. I can't do it with my left hand. Really not dangerous looking shot by Lindholm. Finds its way into the back of the net. I really would have to see that again. I don't know if he didn't look like he was screened, and they pick it off again. Already, Calgary. Told you, I think it's going to be a high scoring series. Calgary right on them right away. I think that get it right in front. They score. Yep. Mangiapane. It's 2-0 Calgary. Edmonton does not look sharp right away. Oh, we're going to get a challenge here. We're going to get a challenge. I think we're going to get a challenge. Let's see this one. Well, there's nothing wrong with the goal, so it has to be the offside. Mangiapane right in front. Smith that's a second goal. I don't know. His pad wasn't flat on the ice and it went right under. Oh, they took a timeout. Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with the goal. 2-0 Calgary, and Edmonton takes, what is it? It's not even a minute in. They take a timeout. I think Smith has got to settle down. Maybe he was nervous or something, but that's not good for his confidence to let 2 goals in the first minute on the first 2 shots. Edmonton keeps the zone. Now, here comes Calgary again. He's got to get a save. He's got to get his confidence back. Now I have to go through and memorize a whole bunch of numbers again. Barry's 22. Yeah. Okay. He shot it into the zone. We have a stoppage. Smith is getting the razzing already. It's only a minute and a half in. Offside. That's what it was. There's 24. Okay. Already somebody on the ice. I don't know who it is. I'm going to have to look it up. Who's 24? Because he's not on my list. Maybe they went with 6. I'm going to have to find out. For Calgary, that is. Down the ice. Archibald with a hit. A little light one. Nothing to write home about. Well, they're coming in again. It was almost who's 28 again? Lindholm with a chance there. Smith does get a save, his first one. Edmonton hasn't even tested Markstrom. Here comes Johnny Hockey. Mike Smith gets the fake cheer. Oh, you get called for icing. Yamamoto tried to beat it out, couldn't. What a shock right off the bat. 2-0 Calgary. Don't count Edmonton out of it yet, though. I remember they were down 2-0 to LA, and you just had McDavid out one shift, and then the next thing you know, it's 2-1. So face off. Edmonton just lifts it out of the zone. We got Draisaitl and McDavid out here. Who's 88? Mangiapane. So you're going to see me doing a lot of this, looking down at my notes to see who's who. And then in the first break, I'm going to have to find out who 24 is because I didn't have them out on my card. Oh, penalty for Edmonton. A hook. Must have been the... Oh, on McDavid? I thought you were fast. Oh, no, it wasn't McDavid. It was Barry. Yeah, it makes sense. Barry, usually defenseman, would be behind the net checking the forward. So, Edmonton, now we get to the chance to check out the power play versus the penalty kill of these two teams. Calgary keeps it in and now set up, takes a shot, clears the zone. Edmonton does after the shot. Who do we have on the power play for Calgary? Well, Gaudreau. You have to know, I hardly see Calgary during the regular season. I know Gaudreau, I know Mangiapane, know a few others. Lindholm. Edmonton trying the shorthanded. Finally get a shot on Markstrom. Pass it back, and they're content to rag it a little bit. Oh, that's a quick whistle. We get a face-off in Calgary zone. Now, I did Edmonton last. Was he just that first goal? Was it just he wasn't expecting it? He reacted very slowly. All right, yeah, Mangiapane. I have to figure out who the first unit is and who's 11. Backlund. Dubé. It's 29. Ooh, got a nice shot away. There's Smith settling in now. Unfortunately, it's 2-0. They're working around tic-tac-toe. Smith with the save off Dubé. That's the one from the point down to the goal line and then back into the slot. That's a bumper play, I believe it's called, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Dubé in the slot, took the shot, but Smith with the glove save. Nice. 55. Who's 55? That's Hannafin. Mangiapane. No, Smith is being peppered right now. It's all Calgary. I think Markstrom has had one shot, and it came from the very sharp angle. It wasn't much of anything. Here they come again. Well, it is a power play, so that's why they're generating. If I'm going to take the shot here, they're working it around. Hannafin, just a quick little shot, gets deflected. And he gets it again. Go around. Who's 11? Backlund. I'm going to get this eventually. I do know Edmonton. CC just dumped it down. Barry's out of the box, and they kill it. 4 shots on goal for Calgary in that power play. Shots are 8-2 Calgary right now. Edmonton's got to get their Jets going. Here comes Johnny Hockey. But he gives it away to the other 13, which is Puljärvi. I don't know. Calgary's looking good here. Edmonton can't seem to generate a play here. But they got the right guy. Connor McDavid takes a quick shot. Markstrom the save. Oh, Lucic is on the ice. You got it. You know, I can't miss him. Oh my god. Oh, it's 3-0. Who's that? Another one. It's really Smith. Not looking good. I mean, I know it's right in the slot and all. But it looked like it went right under his arm. Just leaky. Yep, they're changing the goalie. That just wasn't a good goal. 24. Who's 24? Oh, that's 24. Is Richie? Richie. Thank you for telling me. So Koskinen is coming in. Smith is out. Didn't look good on the first goal. Didn't really look good on that goal, although it was from close in. I think some of it is on him and some of it is on his team. And I think this is to wake them up. Wake them up, but I also think that Smith wasn't playing sharp. But I think Calgary 9 shots now. 3 have gone in. 3-0 Calgary. This is not the game I was thinking of. But it could still be a high-scoring game, and Edmonton can score goals. So, but if you spot them a 3-0 lead, Calgary, they did have one of the fewest goals against in the league. So they can stop you from scoring goals too. Yeah, I'm just kind of shocked here. So Calgary iced the puck, by the way, and we're having a face-off in Calgary zone. Let's see if they can do anything. Another almost turnover there by Connor McDavid. I mean, Calgary's just quick on them. It looks like Edmonton's just taking too long with the puck. Oh, picked off by, I think that was Draisaitl. Yep, it was. Tried to get it out front, but it bounced off someone. And eventually did not lead to a shot in Edmonton zone. Edmonton's got to find a way to generate some offense here. And they got to stop the turnovers. The first 2 goals were definitely from turnovers. Second one, or the first goal and the third goal were from turnovers. The second one was just behind the net. They just put the puck at the net and they're just trying to bat it in on that play. Mangiapane takes a quick shot. And it misses wide. Barry decides to do it all himself. He gets a shot. He does go off Markstrom's pad. Oh, McDavid. Connor McDavid. What did I say? Connor McDavid picks the puck off, walks in front of the net, and of course, scores. When you're behind, count on Connor McDavid to get you back in the game. It's a 3-1 game. Boy, that over's looking juicy now, isn't it? We have 4 goals, and it's not even 10 minutes in. Or maybe it's a little over 10 minutes in. Look at that. Oh, and well, actually, it was a pass, I believe. Who was behind? Kane. Look, one of the either was Kane or there were 2 Oilers down below the net. One of them tipped it out front to McDavid, who was wide. The last person you want to leave right in front of the net with nobody checking is Connor McDavid. He gets the puck, and there's absolutely no Calgary player anywhere near him. And he's able to do what he wants, puts it between the legs, 3-1. I mean, you think Calgary would be like, okay, boys, we need one player who's going to shadow McDavid no matter what. How could you leave him wide open? Here comes Edmonton again, but maybe a little energized from that goal. Oh, but is this no? It's 2-on-2. Do we get a 3? No, 3-on-3 now. Gaudreau circling, passes it off back to Gaudreau. Oh, it's still there. Gaudreau has it again. Oh, good move by Koskinen to get back. It's still loose. Koskinen finally sits on it, and we get a stoppage. They've been the puck just seems to be bouncing off the goalies and causing rebounds for Edmonton, that is. Well,